Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join me tonight. Happy Monday. Hopefully everything's working. I had one of those evenings where right as I was about to stream, kind of every piece of hardware and software I needed just all simultaneously broke down on me. I think everything is up and running now, but who knows? But good evening. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. I'm excited. It's a great opportunity, I thought, to treat myself to a birthday stream of a game I've been meaning to play for like a decade, and that 9,000 people have told me I should play, which is the Stanley Parable. Originally released, as wild as this to think about, way back in 2011. Happy Monday to everyone. Hey, Matawi, KFC, Yikes, Ben, Musically Inspired, TL Wolf, Nick. Wow, we've got a good crowd here today. Glad everyone could make it. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. Well, I mean, yeah, 9,000 might have been an exaggeration. It may not have topped 7,000. I don't know that I know 9,000 people either, but we'll see. But somehow I've managed not to get spoiled on this beyond knowing that it's a very meta game. So let's see what happens in the Stanley Parable. There it is. Already I love it because we have recursive cursors. Who doesn't love a recursive cursor? You can see as I move my cursor around the screen, it also moves around the little tiny... Hey, thank you, Dungeon Facts, for the cheer. Cheers right back at you. Thank you, thank you. Glad you could be here. Okay, so let's just jump right in and see what the Stanley Parable is all about. The end is never the end. Good to know. It's recursive. Yes. All right. I've got not responding and a little circly blue cursor right now. So this is off to what can only be described as a terrific start, and the kind of start that really is emblematic of everything I've experienced up to this point in my streaming day. Oh, but here it goes. It's loading. Hashtag Team Grayson. Oh, it's not responding again. But now it's loading. Oh, this is some quality source engine action here.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, I now have control. Can I interact? What if I don't leave my office? This whole game is about subverting ideas of control, right? It's a very filthy desk, isn't it, Metalli? Okay, I guess I'll leave my office. I was just gonna stand in here. Well, that's a big prompt. What resolution do you think Stanley's running at?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Or could he? Oh. All right, shutting down other people's computers. Hey, good to see you, Nathan. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could be here. Thanks, Pickled Dog. I appreciate it. Try the Konami code, if only. Okay. I'm waiting for this game to get tricksy, so I'm just, like, not proceeding to the meeting room as quickly as I could. Hey. It's one of the funny numbers, guys. It's one of the funny numbers. Nice, there you go. It's the drug number. Hey, thank you, Curslash. I'm glad you could be here. Hope you're having a terrific day. Okay. Where is this quote unquote?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, we've disobeyed the narrator. Look out, world.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking in that soda machine. Yeah, this is good stuff. I mean, that's the soda machine that shows up in a lot of these Source Engine games.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Let me interact.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I want a live dialogue about the soda machine. Give me something, game. You know you want to.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay, I'm gonna wait one more time and see if we get anything. We're messing with the narrator. Why can't Stanley jump? Hey, there's a link to my new YouTube channel where I'm archiving all my old videos. Feel free to drop by. Drop a subscribe over there. I'd appreciate it.
But at last, he had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Penalty for misuse of cargo left. Penalty for jumping off cargo left, eh?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Hey, thank you, That's Nostalgic.
Neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Thank you so much, and happy birthday to you too, everyone.
To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Marjorie, I know you have a birthday coming up too, so happy early birthday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. So glad you could be here. Hey, Eden, thanks so much. Happy birthday to us all. Yeah. I'm declaring you all 1 year older. Hey, Rouge, good to see you. Wow, we got a great crowd in here tonight. Uh-oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
Gotcha.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Press B on your keyboard, okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
We'll try not pressing it. Would you kindly press P? My wife? So I'm just stuck in the room if I don't. This is interesting. Okay. I guess I'm gonna press P.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Some Walter Mitty action here.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press F to spend time with the boys. I like it.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press N to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Well, that's what changed when I tell my kids the story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press 6 to tell your wife you love her. These are the best prompts ever. Yeah, this is way better than press F to pay respect, pickled dog.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Oh,
In
wow.
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press E to go to sleep. Wow. Hey, Fit, good to see you. Cheers, Kira Press H to hydrate. Dial H for hero. Dial M for murder. Press E to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Press E to be at work in the morning. Oh, that's interesting. You never, 2 hours never got to this part. What if you tap 6 again? Yeah, it doesn't respond to any of the other prompts as far as I can tell. If this was an adventure game, we solved it way out of order. Yeah, you do get the impression they wanted us to try a few more paths before we became unruly.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press V to question nothing. All of these are very good.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Wow. Did I die? Oh, no. Yeah, the voice acting is fantastic. Okay. So we're back where we started. The end. All right, well, we did it, team. We beat the Stanley Parable. We died.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. The end. World record. Yeah, did anyone get time? Hey. It's one of the funny numbers, guys. It's one of the funny numbers. I have no idea how deep the rabbit hole might go either.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, this time we're going to take this option.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're going to see what happens here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
All right. Another wrong path.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right.
BABA start.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Uh-oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see what sort of trouble we can get into this time.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ooh. I like a challenge. Where are you, story? This is great. I'm loving this so far. It's so good, right? I agree 100%. This has some I Heart Huckabees vibes to it.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, we're back to the start. Okay, team.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What
Stanley
could it mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, close which door? Oh, we're too far in. Yeah, luckily I have a feeling there'll be a next time. Hey, it's one of the funny numbers. Okay. Here we go, squad. Adventure squad.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Hey, Potato Fiend, thank you. Glad you could be here. Happy Monday. We broke it good. One of two canonical funny numbers.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
This doesn't seem right.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
We did it.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
We did it. Yes, GG's all around. Thank you, Pickled Dog. Let's see. It's not letting me close my door.
All right. I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I think I just found my thumbnail for the video. let me make sure I get a good screenshot of that one. Okay, so we have the Stanley Parable adventure line. We're now on rails. Okay.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
It has to be the most meta game ever. I agree. Okay. He's not going to restart me. Hey, it's one of the canonically funny numbers. See? Everyone agrees. Oh no! That's right. You guessed it. The soundboard is back, baby. Next to a big green plant. Can't be a coincidence.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This is amazing. Oh, some stairs. Okay, we're on a wild ride. Where will it lead? Straight. Oh man, departmental accounts. Just a second. I'm sorry, this audio is blasting me just a little bit. By the way, glad you could be here tonight, Grayson. The other funny number is the alimony you own your wife. And Ben, yes, I'm now playing in front of a live studio audience like I used to before the pandemic. It's such a relief. All right. Yeah, I would love to know how they tricked the Source engine into doing this, because it is really something else.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Got it. Fern committed to memory. Our music is gone. It's a relief.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Fern after reading.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Wow. I won on my first try, and now it's gotten way more difficult. 104 was fired. Yes, the line TM is very good. Thank you again, everyone, for being here tonight. Great to see all of you. Hope your Mondays are going terrific. This Wednesday, I'm going to be back. Uh-oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why don't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh, interesting. As I was saying, I'll be back on Wednesday night continuing my playthrough of Quest for Glory 2, one of my all-time favorite adventure games. But first, we have to figure out this mess.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This is so great.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I haven't seen such wonderful use of trademark symbols since the Monkey Island series. People say walking simulators are boring. Walking simulators are the best. StairQuest was a walking simulator, and it's beloved by thousands. Uh-oh. It's almost Shield No Jack levels of trademark symbol abuse. Alright, well, we tried it, musically inspired. Alright. Beloved by thousands? Yeah, maybe beloved by thousands was a little bit of a strong statement there. Beloved by at least the 6 or so people who worked on it. Tolerated by dozens. I don't know, maybe our whole team doesn't love it. It's a good question. But where are we off to now? Let's follow the Stanley Parable line. There are dozens of us, dozens! Okay. Uh-oh.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, Will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Hey, Cerebral Arcade, good to see you. Glad you could be here tonight. Hope you're having a terrific Monday. So I have no choice here, apparently. Hey, thank you, Zach Blast. Thank you so much for the resub. 2 months. So glad to have you here. Thank you for the support. Hope you're having a terrific Monday. I'm having a pretty darn good one, and I'm really enjoying this bizarre game. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Wow.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
That was a very good restart. Oh wow, Cerebral Arcade, you're in crunch mode on the dissertation. Congratulations on getting the defense scheduled. I know in my experience that was one of the tougher parts of writing the ding dang thing, was getting the committee all in the room at the end of it. So good luck. Glad you're seeing the end of the road in sight. Both doors led into the room. Yeah, that's pretty wonderful. Okay, now close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, so that was game over. Soon. Oh, that's a very good ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell?
Well, I guess we'll see this again real quick.
He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
All right.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, another restart. Oh. So now our office opens into a different area, yeah. Oh, what? Didn't there used to be 2 options through there? Huh. Yeah, where'd the 2 doors go? Is this the part of the confusion ending where Stanley can't figure out how to proceed? I think you may have actually broken the game in an unintended way. Oh no. Yeah, I'm the same way musically inspired. It's like, I don't believe it. What if I'm trapped in this game forever just waiting for it? It's like, I better just give this another hour or 2. The narrator will come in and open another door for me. Is it busted though? Like, part of me feels like I should like no clip through there. I turned around away from that room, and when I turned back around, the 2 doors that used to be in here were gone. Let's see, that's the course number for my comparative foreign policy class I teach. That's the course number for my American foreign policy class I teach. Could those be clues? I don't know. The wiki doesn't list this as an ending. Restarting from the menu still counts. So begin the game again. Let's see what happens. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Am I back to the very first one? Hey, there's the funny office. Weird. So am I started over?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're gonna play along this time. See what happens.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Resent coworkers for not supporting your humor. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively aggressively on other workers. Oh, that's really good. Oh, these are very good. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but money to buy more things? Graphs? Graphs about things and money? We have our new product. Oh, it's very good. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Oh, Being sinister. To do synergize core value expenditures, shift global marketing, parade, monetize free to play. Okay. Hey, it's a virtual broom closet. Hey, wait, it's a nice closet, everyone.
Nice closet.
There it is. Oh man, who was quick on the draw with that? That's right, Pickled Dog. You were right on it. Nice closet
Stanley
indeed.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nice closet indeed.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Is sweet FA what I imagine it to be?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Sweet FAAF. Yeah, I've never heard that phrase before.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
It's a nice closet.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Hey, Rapid Sushi.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like that one.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
It's true.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I don't know if you can see it, but I just got an achievement in Steam that says there is no jump button or something. I guess because I've pressed spacebar so many times in the game, it triggered an achievement for attempting to jump in a game with no jumping. Oh, what's the shark? This is a great question. What's the shark? This is a great opportunity to pause. The shark is a birthday present my daughter got this weekend. I believe they're called poppets. I don't know if you can tell here, but it's covered in little things that are sort of like a, bubble wrap sheet. And the idea is that you sort of pop them all through one direction. Oops, I think I popped in the wrong direction. But once you pop them all through, then you can kind of just satisfyingly pop them back like like bubble wrap, only you can do it over and over again. It's kind of like a fidget spinner sort of thing. I think that they're all the rage. Apparently, I wish it was your ASMR. I don't know. Can you even hear it? Let's see. They don't pop loud. But yeah, it's a great way when you just have nothing else to do with your hands to, just pop the little things. I highly recommend everyone get one. It's the best thing ever. It's basically reusable bubble wrap. Oh no! That's my full throttle scene. Let's resume the game. And see if we just die here in the closet. Tactile. Yeah, you should, I mean, they're very satisfying. She has a bunch of them that are rainbow colored. She got like a whole stack of them for her birthday. I should have brought the rainbow ones for Pride, but the shark one was the only one that happened to be sitting here. Oh no! Thank you so much, Farrell. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the cheer. You're too kind. Welcome everyone to the stream. If you're just getting here, let's see. We just had a great redemption. First, let me... Hey, thank you. Let me shout out Farrell the Farrell. Everyone, you have to follow her. Delightful streamer. One of my absolute favorites on the entire platform. For some reason, the shout out's not working. The whole thing's just broken. But you have to go follow her. Meanwhile, hey, there's the actual shout out. But in the meantime, we have redemption for bad ads. A lot of y'all know that I like to collect bad video game ads and showcase them on Twitter a lot. I thought that this would be a great opportunity maybe to share some of those here in the stream and talk about them. So let's see what I have queued up. I honestly have forgotten what I put in the queue for this go around. So here we go. Oh, yeah. This is a bad ad. It's not an offensive ad. It's just remarkable how terrible this print advertisement for Half-Life is. This is a print advertisement for Half-Life that Valve and Sierra apparently concocted together. Half-Life, not for the faint-hearted. Then just a picture of a kid who's kind of like doing one of those numbers. I mean... Yeah, you may have heard of Half-Life. It's kind of a big deal and something that's considered today one of the more classic games of the decade. But yes, this is what's supposed to sell you on Half-Life. A big lambda in a circle and a little kid. This guy giving it his best cheese. So this is a bad ad, not in the sense that it's offensive, other than being offensive in that sort of graphic design is my passion sort of way. So yeah, there we go. Let's get back to the game. Can I just die here in the broom closet? Is that what's going to eventually happen? Must have resonated with the Brits. This looks like a Tool album cover. Yeah, I think it's supposed to look like gritty and edgy, but man, it does not work. Yeah, maybe British people saw that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh my goodness. All right, well, maybe we do have to leave.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I'm player 2 now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh, this is great.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Welcome back, Nick, by the way.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Hey, Eric, I think it's an ending, not the ending. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're having a terrific Monday. Welcome to the stream, everyone. This is a great crowd tonight for a fantastic game.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
And if you're just joining us, this game is going to make all kinds of sense. Hey everyone, it's one of the funny numbers. Did you see the pencil sharpener employee? Hey, thank you for the LOL link. Or 20, the number of the beast. Input received. Oh, yes. Just the guy, person 432 here. The one who sharpens pencils. 420 number of the beast. Hey everybody, it's one of the funny numbers. Oh, I'm loving it. Sheldorn, it is so much fun. Yes, the beast, the true beast. That sexy beast,
Stanley
Gabriel
came
Knight.
to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Whew, I don't know what to do anymore. I guess I'll go to the left. See if we can bug out the game again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I need to screenshot that one. It could prove useful. For the next time I have a dispute with a coworker. Oh, it's tempting. It's very tempting. We're gonna move on, though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we're gonna try going to the boss's office this time. Would you kindly come to the boss's office? Executive bathroom. Oh, man. Nice bathroom. Nice water closet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh. Just like Full Throttle, exactly. You must have looked at a walkthrough, and that explains everything. If you happen to be new to the stream tonight, by the way, welcome. I'm Jess. I like to stream all kinds of games, adventure games especially, mostly retro games, occasionally something newer like this decade-old adventure game. But if you're new here, consider dropping a follow. I'm glad to have you. Mostly, I'm just glad to have people to enjoy such a fun game with, though. Cheers to all of you. I'm having way too much fun with this so far.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself. to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Rouge, I'm stealing that. That's pretty good. Okay. Where am I now?
Stanley
Dark
walked straight ahead
corridors.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Seems okay. Sure, it's fine. This is fine.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Lots of rooms that look like Cerebro in this office. Cameras, eh?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's the funny one? Where are we at? 427? So that's us dead ahead, right? We're 427. Yeah, there's our little office. Just sitting there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Uh-oh.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, wow. Big hero moment. There's a big red button. Doesn't do anything. Or does it? A little dark. Cake recipes a lot. Mind control's idle, awaiting input. Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
Oh, no.
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
Oh, no.
This means I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Oh, boy, you're right. He absolutely has me pegged.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever
Oh. Wow. Whoa, not the end. Uh-oh. Hey, Dad, that's it. Okay. It did look like the door glitched, and now it won't open.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Hey, everyone, it's one of the funny numbers. Thank you, Eric.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
There we go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, new sounds? Interesting.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 284. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to...
Okay, we're going to explore this again.
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This time we're going to try turning it off. Well, I know when I've exhausted all the endings. Or will it just keep going?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
That seems to be this door.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I kind of missed the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's very Hogwartsy, right? I want to go somewhere with moving staircases.
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Possibly. Okay, so this time we're going to try to turn it off. See what happens.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Or would he? Okay, we're going to smash that off button. See what happens this time. Okay, something's happening.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. That's right, I'm supposed to say smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button, ring that bell. Share those bits. The whole bit. Maybe I won't walk through, though. Okay. This is great.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
And then he was killed by a bobcat.
The way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game! I unlocked an achievement! Or did I?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
That's what I'm kind of looking for. Hey, y'all. It's the weed number. You unlocked the achievement of more Stanley Parable.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door and left.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, Balboa, I'm getting definite possible hell vibes here, too.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Pause it.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
It's a very nice closet still, though. I mean, it's not, like, Gabriel Knight nice, but it's still a nice closet. There's no question about it. Oh yes, we have good crossover here with Captain Badgertail. Thank you, NBA Dag. That's another great person to follow. I've shouted out Farrell earlier. Let me shout out another one of my favorite streamers.
Nice closet.
Thank you, Farrell. Let me shout out Captain Badgertail, also a fantastic streamer, and of course, I know a lot of you guys who follow me also follow. Boy, the shoutouts are taking forever tonight. Also follow my pal Ben, PS_Garrick. We are streaming. We're streaming Quest for Glory 2 in tandem right now. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. The crew at Adventure Tuesday at PS_Garrick. Ben and Sarah and Grayson will be streaming Quest for Glory 2 as a thief, while I come back on Wednesday and stream it as a wizard. So it's an exciting time. Adventure Tuesdays are the best. Trust me, if you aren't following Ben, you're missing out. Follow Badger Tail too. She's hilarious. It's a good crew. I'm glad to see.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Thank you, Pablo. We share, I think, a decent number of viewers in common across those 4 different streams, and it's a good crew across the board. At least I like to think so.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left.
Oh no, this is the really long one.
He might be fired for that.
No.
In such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
No need to do this one again. Let's just begin again. Yeah, that was a mistake. Thank you for slapping the wizard IRL. Thank you so much, Nick.
Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
It's Wizzo. Weed number. Oops. Click on door 435 times. Now, are you just trying to be the new narrator, Kevin? Because if so, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oh, this is good.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oh. This is something else.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, where's 417? Okay, I can't believe this is a thing we're doing.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Where was 437?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
100% this game is important. Yeah, I care big time about my trophies and all those sorts of things, so this is very important.
Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
There's 420. Oh.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okay, where's 416? Are they actually sequential?
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Oh man, the voice acting for the narrator is so good.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Thank you, Kevin, for starting me down this road. Oh, goodness. What paths haven't we taken yet? Does anyone know of any that we've left out?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I think we've done everything to the left, right? Yes, I did get the achievement. I guess it didn't pop up on your end, but I did get the achievement. Check the boss's bathroom again. Okay, pickled dog. Can do that. There may be open ceiling tiles, but there's no way to jump or get clever as far as I know.
Single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
They sealed up the broom closet. I haven't found the baby yet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
They shut down the virtual broom closet. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Money crisp. Extreme bathrooms. Okay. Time with a clock on it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Is there anything else in here? Farrell was here. Should be on the wall. Absolutely. Okay. Where have I heard this music? Is this Leisure Suit Larry 6 music? Where have I heard this? Oh wait, is it Farrell's loading music? Break music, okay. It's like, I know I've heard this somewhere. What are those glitchy walls? Stanley needs a puke. We're back where we were. That's the whole gag. Let's see. Don't forget about the escape hallway just before the mind control facility. Oh, I don't know if I remembered that. Okay.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I'm going to relax with my poppy shark thing.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, so there was an escape hatch, you say, before the mind control facility. Do I go down first? Down the elevator first. Okay, musically inspired. Thank you. Let's see what sort of trouble we can get into here. We haven't seen a baby yet.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, escape!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's like one of those hallways in the Mushroom Palace. Nice hallway. Did I just fall in a pit and die? Well, or did I?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Did we unlock a second narrator that narrates the narrator? This is the part where he kills you. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, I love this. Oh, it's a model of the office layout. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Oh man, this is cool. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Huh. The Office. Button sounds. A selection of button sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Oh, this is marvelous. The Stanley Parable credits. The impeccable Kevin Briding as the narrator. Wow. Office clock. Boss's office. Ooh, who's the other narrator? That's a good question. Was it not listed? Maybe additional voice work? Oh, he narrated the original mod, too. An early version of the maintenance room. The copy machine. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. These screenshots are the Stanley Parable HD remix. The point is to win, the point is to lose. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos that were enough to win the community's approval. Warzone. Oh, wow, an ending where Stanley would wind up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it, it's far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Oh, wow. Words, words. So many words. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator questions. While we initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir. And it is, what is your message for today? Will the game feature capybaras? Hey, thank you so much, Stan. I appreciate it. I'm doing terrific. Thank you. Glad you could join us. We are in the middle / the end, who's to say, of the Stanley Parable. We have now gone behind the scenes. We're learning about the development of the game. Leading to the apartment ending. A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. The cargo lift. Always intended to offer the choice of staying or jumping off to a different path. With the option of the player falling to their death. Oh, wow. The voice actor for the female narrator, Leslie Staples, is only credited in the museum. Interesting. Oh, hey, and Wilco Webb redeemed story time with Jess. Z ending. Zending levers. The game is now paused. Okay, let's see. Story time with Jess. I can talk about one of my first office jobs I ever had. I was working in an office at the college where I did my undergrad. I worked in the admissions office there. And my job was basically fielding phone calls, sending out emails and paper mailings to potential students, things like that. Just doing everything I could to drive students in. And it was an awful job. I was instructed at various times to maybe mislead parents about and potential students about what sorts of majors we actually had at the college, and not always be entirely truthful with them in an attempt to get them to come there when maybe it wasn't in their best interest. And I clashed quite a bit with my boss while I was there. Her name was Jackie Robinson, not the MLB player that broke the color barrier, but rather just a woman who deeply disliked me, frequently told me I wasn't cut out for college and that I was going to flunk out and things like that. And then one day, she sent me out on a mail run in the official, like, Office of Admissions car. And which was part of my job. I'd go to the post office and drive the company car there, basically. And it was in the middle of a giant snowstorm when all the roads had been shut down. The city had said we don't want anyone out unless it's an absolute emergency. I protested and said I shouldn't have to do this as part of my job. That was too dangerous, and she told me it was my job and I would be fired if I didn't do it. So I went out to deliver the mail and promptly, on purpose, drove the company car into a ditch in a sad act of petty revenge, and had to walk to a gas station and call her and say, yeah, the roads turned out to be really icy and I crashed the car. So that's how Jess handles a Stanley Parable style situation. I purposely wrecked a company car just to be an asshole. Jackie Robinson, you just struck out. It sounds like college is the best. And you know what the moral of the story was? There were no consequences whatsoever for me. Ooh, versions of our office. I just imagine the baby Jess in her monologue. I'll show you a mail run. I was so mad. Like, there was literally like 4 feet of snow on the ground. Electricity was out on our campus. I don't even know why I was being required to go to work. But yeah, it just sounds like I'll just gently crash this car into a ditch to show her that it wasn't safe for me to be out after all. It may be the... I don't know. I was going to say maybe the least mature thing I've ever done. It may be like just the most childish, or maybe...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Like, I've never done anything remotely rebellious in my entire life. I am the most, like, just by the book, scared to death of ever breaking a rule kind of person that that ever lived. I didn't have my first drink of alcohol until I was 25, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I decided to just crash a car that one time. Is it going to do what I think it'll do? Oh, wow, Metallic. That's intense.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let...
Should we quit? Is that the move? Do we quit? Do we do what she says? Do we let ourselves get crushinated? I don't know. I don't know, team. I think it's going to... I mean, it may say no when I try to quit. That's always a possibility. Maybe we quit. Quit to menu is right there. Oh. Wow. A winner is you? I don't know. GG. I'm the chosen one. I did it. I just won the game. Is there more game? Did I miss any major like branches in there, or did I see most of it? The only way to win the game is not to play. There are more paths. Yeah, of course there would have to be, right? There's a bunch more to do in the cargo room. Well, you know, for tonight, I'm about out of time. So, of course there's more. Of course there would be more. But I'm about out of time for tonight. So maybe this is a good place to say, we Stanley Parabled. We did it. We made it through. It was fantastic. I had a blast playing this one. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for sharing the stream with me. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, all the cheer. It's really a pleasure to get to spend tonight with y'all. Be sure tomorrow night to tune in to Ben's channel, PS_Garrick. Watch he and the Adventure Tuesday crew play Quest for Glory 2. Then I will be back on Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and I will be playing the always fantastic Quest for Glory 2 as well. But for now, let's see here. Let's see if we can get a little raid going. How about we drop in on our pal Bogus Meat Factory? Another good follow. Thank you so much, everyone, for now. But thank you for the support. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to, oops, that's /join. I meant to type /raid. Join, I don't think does anything here. Let's, oh no. There we go. We'll go ahead and end it here. I'll see y'all around soon. Take care. Have a great evening and have fun.